Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing something impossible, a second planet, glowing red, slowly growing larger every single night. This isn't a distant object, it's Mars, and it's heading straight for Earth. Right now, both planets orbit the Sun in stable paths, separated by millions of kilometers. This balance has held for billions of years. But if something knocked Mars out of its orbit, that stability would collapse, and the countdown would begin. At first, the change would be subtle. Mars would appear brighter in the sky, slightly larger than usual. But as days turn into weeks, it would grow rapidly, shifting from a bright into a visible world. Then gravity takes over. Mars begins pulling on Earth, and the oceans respond immediately. Water wouldn't just rise, it would stretch toward Mars, forming massive bulges across the planet. Coastlines would flood, then reshape entirely as tides become global-scale forces. The Earth itself wouldn't stay still. Its crust would flex under the gravitational stress, triggering chains of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions across continents. Entire regions could fracture as the planet is literally pulled out of shape. Up above, chaos unfolds in space. Satellites would lose orbit and burn up, and the Moon, Earth's closest companion, could be thrown into instability. Its orbit might shift wildly, or worse, it could begin spiraling inward, turning into a second collision before Mars even arrives. Now Mars fills the sky. No longer a distant planet, it becomes a looming world overhead, larger than anything ever seen, glowing deep red, casting an eerie light across Earth's surface. In the final hours, gravitational forces reach their peak. The planet itself begins to deform. The atmosphere churns violently, superstorms rage across the globe, and the ground beneath you is no longer stable. Then impact. The collision releases energy beyond imagination, comparable to the event described by the giant impact hypothesis, when a Mars-sized body struck early Earth and helped form our Moon. But this time, it's direct. At the moment of contact, both planets don't just break, they liquefy. The atmosphere ignites from extreme heat. Oceans flash into steam. The crust and mantle melt into a single, glowing ocean of magma as shockwaves rip through both worlds. Within minutes, Earth is gone. Mars is shattered. What remains is a vast, expanding cloud of molten rock and vaporized material spreading into space. But the story doesn't end there. Over time, gravity begins rebuilding from the wreckage. The debris forms a blazing disk around the remaining mass, slowly clumping together. A new planet starts to take shape, born from destruction. Fragments left in orbit could merge into new moons, just like scientists believe happened after the giant impact hypothesis billions of years ago. This wouldn't be Earth. It wouldn't be Mars. It would be something entirely new, reshaped, reborn, and unrecognizable. And here's the deeper truth. Events like this may not be rare. Planetary collisions are thought to be a fundamental part of how worlds form across the universe. The same force that keeps planets safely in orbit, gravity, can also destroy them and build something new from the remains. So while Earth and Mars seem stable today, quietly circling the Sun, out there, somewhere in the universe, two worlds might be colliding right now, creating the next planet. Hit like and subscribe to stay updated. Check the description for more.